Hey guys, Trapper John here from It's A Trapp Gaming, and it's that time of the week. It is time for video game news. The third week of January. Exciting stories coming up, some very interesting concepts also being brought forth that was announced this week. So without further ado, let's go right ahead and get started right into the stories. So our first story is, of course, the Nintendo Labo, the cardboard game that is kind of crazy for the price they want, that you will be getting on Nintendo Switch in April. So what the Nintendo Labo is essentially you will be building toys and things to use with your Switch. So they were showing a person holding the Switch on their back, and that was it. And then there was the whole robot sequence that they showed. I'll put the trailer in the description for you guys. You can go right ahead, check that out. Let me know your opinion of it. But the prices for how this is going to go. So the Variety Kit is one that is going to be offered. This is the cheaper option. It is $69.99. The Nintendo Variety Kit, you can create many different Toy-Con, including 2 Toy-Con RC cars, a fishing rod, a toy house, a motorbike, and a Toy-Con piano. They showed the trailer of the person playing the piano. Really cool. The fishing rod looked really interesting, and the motorbike looked really cool too. You will have the materials when you pick this up. They are cardboard. You build them all in accordance with your Switch, and you play games according to the Switch and how they work. No real word on how this is going to play. I would assume this is slated directly to kids. It would make the most sense. It's very interesting. If I was a kid, I would love to have this because it's tapping into that creativity of using something, like cardboard to create this stuff. I could understand where there's going to be parents who are very against it because it's $70 for a piece of cardboard that you would have to cut stuff out. Pop it out, put it together, and then, have the kid throw it in the corner and it gets crushed and now you're out, whatever. If there's going to be replacement packs or anything else, nobody knows. It's very early. This was only announced a couple of days ago. The second option, this is the more expensive option for $79.99, is the Labo Robot Kit. So let me read that to you. So with the Labo Robot Kit, you can build an interactive robot suit with a visor, backpack, and straps for your hands and feet. Everything you need to assemble your Toy-Con creations, including the building material and relevant Nintendo Switch software. All of that together. So essentially the trailer is it's a backpack you build with strings and things moving and a visor, and it looked really cool. I'm not going to lie. It looked amazing. Not $80 worth amazing, but it looked amazing because it's cardboard. So, there's a lot of stuff they need to show about this. I could understand where parents are going to get extremely frustrated. And I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I am sorry to everybody that's working at GameStop that is going to have to deal with the angry parents. Any other game places, too, that are going to deal with parents who just want to complain about it. And I understand exactly where that is. It's a very cool concept. I want to see some more of it before I get an honest opinion. But right now, it's just cardboard. It looks amazing, though. I mean, some cool stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just cardboard. It's no different than if I were to go get a cardboard box and cut it out and use the stuff. If I had and a question I have is, can I get my own cardboard? Go online, find the printing area, because that will be something that's out there. The print, cut it out that way, assemble it myself, and just go pick the game up used somewhere for, I don't know how much they'd be selling the game for, if they sell the game at all. So these are questions that need to be answered as we go along. Is there certain sensors that are going to be in this cardboard? Is there certain things like that? So that's my main concern with this. But a really cool concept. I hope it delivers. I am not impressed. It's just cardboard. And the price they're asking right much is a little insane if you're asking me. For cardboard in a game, $70. And then if you want to be a robot for $80. I almost broke my neck as a kid jumping into a cardboard box. So, this is just encouraging that behavior. I'm just kidding. But I really did almost break my neck getting into a cardboard box when I was a kid. But enough about that story. We'll tell that story another point at another time. But we'll go on to the next story, guys. But for this next story, this is the Fortnite update 2.2.0. Yes, that was the update that was put out. This removes friendly fire. It adds brand new areas to the western end of the map. And it is going to be making the weapons that you could only get from crates available within the world. So, for example, you could find a orange sniper rifle on a hill somewhere. And you could have, you know, a lot of the randomly generated stuff. Very cool. Very cool. For a free game that was out, they're supporting this immensely. There's some season pass details. If you want to spend the money to get the next season started, you'll jump 5 tiers when season 3 starts if you buy the pass. I don't know the price on the pass, unfortunately, but you jump 5 tiers as soon as you would log in and season 3 starts, so that's pretty cool if that's something you are aiming for. On to the next story, guys. So do you have an Xbox? Because I have one, and I sometimes forget I have an Xbox because there just isn't that many things going on with it right now, unfortunately, except for the Xbox One X getting amazing updated games and everything else. But Xbox One did just reveal three games that are added to the backwards compatibility. Far Cry 2, Sniper Elite V2, and Driver San Francisco. All 3 of those games are so much fun. Far Cry 2, in my opinion, is the hardest Far Cry that is out right now if you were going to play it on console. It is super hard. You got to pop malaria pills. You got to give yourself a shot. It's really cool, though. The concepts are there. I love it. It's such a huge difference from Far Cry 2 to Far Cry 3. So if you played those, just keep in mind this was a game that was out long before, and they were still learning the ropes on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of really, really cool things that happen in it. Really enjoy it. Sniper Elite V2 was the game that got Sniper Elite basically on the map for the current consoles. Such a good game, you know, a great story telling the story of the V2 rockets and the impact that they had on the war and what they could have potentially done as you go on. There's a whole sniper scene where you have to hit a small notch on a VR rocket before it launches, and sometimes the rocket will be pre-launching and it's in the air when you hit it. Such an awesome it just looks so cool. And I think it was the first game to introduce the sniping of Hitler, which was something that was just insane. But really cool. I played the crap out of that game, and I'm going to probably play it again on my Xbox One because I love playing that game. It's so much fun. Keep in mind, this does not have the features where you can shoot and move. Essentially, you shoot from a roof, they know you're there. But the concepts they added in the later games improved on it. This is just not a bare bones edition, but it's really fun. And Driver San Francisco, the Driver series, is always so much fun. I remember when it came out, people thought it was a GTA clone, and it kind of played like it, but it really wasn't. It was such a good game. Really enjoyed it. That might be one I pick back up. So I'm just going to be cruising through my Xbox and seeing what games on my 360 that I own that I'll be playing on there. So really cool stuff. On to the next story, guys. So this next story is a game that's coming out, and it's about a month and it's going to be out. Metal Gear Survive. I had no interest in this game, and I don't know. The Konami and Kojima thing just did not set well with a lot of people, and they are going back to a game that he has no input on, and they're adding some like zombies to it and some paranormal stuff. It has a really cool concept, but it's not a fully released game in my opinion. That could have been DLC for Metal Gear 5 or Ground Zeroes like it was. But we're beside the point. The huge update they gave to this is that it will be having microtransactions, and it will have to offer a constant internet connection. That is even in single player. Speaking of single player, the campaign is projected to take 15 to 20 hours to complete. You do earn the coins from playing the game, the virtual currency coins, to get new equipment. You can get boosters. You can get all of these really, new weapons, things you need to get. But the overall thing is, I am not impressed with this game, and I wish that it's such a double-edged sword, because when it was announced, nobody wanted it, and where it's at now, there's a community ready for it, but I don't know. If you're excited for it, let me know. And what's the main draw? Is it the killing of the zombies in the Metal Gear world, or is it just you're a huge Metal Gear fan and you don't want to miss out a story that Konami is telling? My main thing is Kojima has nothing to do with it, so I really don't know if I can really sit and enjoy it. But who knows? that might be one that we pick up at some point and just play and see what we can have done with it. But as far as a game that I have to run out and get right now, it's not on my radar. It's not one of the games I want to get this year. If it's a free game, I'll try it out. If it's a huge discounted game, I'll probably try it out. But overall, I don't know. Things don't sit well with it, and I know a lot of people have the same opinion. So, on to the next story. So this next story will lead directly into our discussion time, so just be aware if you are all excited for discussion time, because that's what this one is going to be about. So the Overwatch League that has started, and it has been a huge success. Last Thursday, they outperformed Thursday Night Football when there were playoff games, so that's a huge victory for esports, just showing that it's being streamed on a ton of platforms. People love it. And they love watching games, and they love seeing professional players perform at the best, and they love seeing collegiate players perform at the best, and even amateur players performing at their best. So the huge thing with this is the Overwatch League has partnered with Toyota. That is a huge sponsorship in the world of sports. Intel and HP are sponsors also. They've been sponsors, I believe, since day one, because they provide the equipment. And they have been a huge support of everything. So to those guys, thank you guys so much. And to Toyota, thank you guys for finally jumping on the bandwagon, getting the right support, getting the right advertisers out, and growing esports into what they need to be. So here is your discussion time for today. Do you believe that esports should be an Olympic sport? This is a huge thing in the esports community right now. They are getting a committee together to go to the International Olympic Committee to figure out if this is something that can be feasible very soon. I know the games on the table were League of Legends, Overwatch. I believe Rocket League was mentioned, but I think those were the main two. And possibly Counter-Strike. I know Heroes of the Storm was brought up. I know there were some issues that happened with that, but I don't know all the details, unfortunately. But in my opinion, yes, it needs to be. Because these are going to be considered athletes throughout the world, worldwide. There are already athletes in college who are getting scholarships from the athletic department to play in esports, participate. You still are a student athlete. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see why this should be an issue with the Olympic sports. This is going to bring more eyes to the Olympics. And it's going to bring a huge audience. More advertisers are going to come in. This is just going to keep growing and be the bigger and bigger each time it goes through. But the people who say, no, it doesn't need to be one, I understand that because it's not a traditional sport. It's not basketball. It's not baseball. It's a virtual sport that you can just sit at your home and play on your PlayStation or play on your Xbox, play on your PC to get better at. You're still practicing. So I see those people that's a hobby. Well, sports are a hobby too. So this is a huge thing that can be brought up in the thing. So I look forward to your guys' comments in the comment section because I want to know your opinion. I want to have a nice conversation with you guys about this because this is an interesting topic that no one's really talking about currently. So I want to get on this and we get started talking about it as soon as we can. And I can provide you with more details on the official side of esports from what it's going to look like at a collegiate level and everything else. So really cool stuff. So on to our next story, guys. So this is our last story of the day. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment on the discussion time because that's something I really want to talk to you guys about. But our final story is that the Monster Hunter World last beta has started. Started on the 18th, and it will end on the 22nd. Metal Gear Survive has a beta out also from the 18th to the 22nd. You can download it onto your PlayStation, your Xbox. I believe Monster Hunter is only on your PlayStation right now, but if Xbox does have Metal Gear Survive. So these are really cool things that are going to go from the 18th to the 22nd. So for Monster Hunter, you're going to experience the first two missions. There's a couple of other aspects. There's an online aspect you can try out, the new equipment loadouts, everything else, what the world looks like. I hope they removed the timer. I don't know for sure. That was an issue I had, was you could play a game, but the timer in the corner could not let you explore, and it was kind of annoying because you wanted to explore the open world and you couldn't. But, you know, you live and learn and you play and you enjoy. But the game is out on the 26th. This is a game I am so excited about. I loved playing the beta. I've always enjoyed Monster Hunter, and this is the game that I cannot wait to get my hands on and to play. A lot of my friends are getting them. I know a lot of you guys are excited about it. Really looking forward to it. I'm hoping we can all team up and kill a lot of monsters together and become legends on our own in the Monster Hunter world. So really cool stuff. Really looking forward to this. So download that now. It's free for everybody. You don't have to have PlayStation Plus. Download that, play it, see what you think about it. If it's something you need to go, definitely go pick this game up when it releases on the 26th. If you want to pre-order it, you're more than welcome to. But anymore, I've just been picking the games up on release day because the pre-order bonuses, as of late, haven't been the best. The only one that was really worth anything was the Call of Duty one when you got an extra upgrade that I ended up getting and I haven't even used yet. But just something very nice. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for watching the video. It really means a lot to you, for me, to you guys. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed the unboxing, the Tide Pod Challenge. I'm glad you guys all have enjoyed the crazier things that are going on right now. So thank you guys. Thank you all so much. I am Trapper John. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys this evening. I will catch every single one of you online and in the very next video. HelloFresh unboxing will be coming up very soon, so you guys stay tuned to that. I'll see you guys later. Bye.